welcome to the news desk here, PopCultureNetwork.com. Now, I know some of you are thinking, wow, it's been a while, hasn't it, since there's been one of these news desk updates? In fact, it has. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago, we went to C2E2, and we kind of had to take the entire next week off of everything at the Pop Culture Network because we were all hungover from the Nerd City party on Friday night. That one party, on one night, was enough to wipe us all out for the next week. Although we did do a C2E2 video update, so those of you who missed it, make sure you go to PopCultureNetwork.com and check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Anyway. People were wondering, like, hey, what happened to the news desk last week? Well, there were some technical difficulties. We ran into a few hiccups. I was trying something new, and it didn't work, quite frankly. Most of you who noticed, I have been subtly making changes to the news desk as time goes on, and I had a screen set up, and I was doing PowerPoint presentations, and I was trying to kind of take that to the next level in what I was doing, and it didn't work. There was a big, abysmal failure. I worked for probably about 3 or 4 days trying to get it to work, and it just didn't happen. And on top of that, not only was there no news desk, but I still have not done my Yellow Line and Hunk review. I know a lot of people keep emailing me about that, but it's coming. It's coming. I actually got a new Voltron to add into the mix to compare it to. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I was messing around with the news desk so much that, whatever. So anyway, so right now I'm here at the Pop Culture Network store, Killing Enterprises, and we're doing the show this way, old school style, because I just can't get anything else to work right now. But hopefully we're going to get some new stuff rolling this week, so stay tuned to that. But let's go ahead and get into toy news. One of the big stories this week has been the saga of Urban Taggers. Urban Taggers is a Nerf theme blog, and the guy who runs the site basically went online and looked at some Chinese auction sites, found some information and pictures about some upcoming Nerf products, posted them on his website, and Nerf basically came in and shut them down because they haven't been released yet. Now, at the same time this was happening, apparently, someone within Nerf contacted him, someone within Hasbro, I guess, contacted him, said, hey, give us your address and we're going to send you these freebies to give away on your Nerf website. And he said, great, and he gave him his address. Well, he never got the items, and in fact, lawyers showed up, private detectives, whoever, showed up at his apartment complex and started sneaking around his apartment complex, talking to his neighbors, doing some shady things, basically. Now, originally it looked as if he had purchased some of these items from the Chinese website, and so he was in possession of possibly stolen goods that he had been reviewing, but as it turns out, he didn't actually buy anything. He just went to this website, downloaded the photos, and posted them on his blog. And because of that, Hasbro tried to shut him down, and they have not sued him as of yet, but they basically sent him some threatening letters, and he just went ahead and took it down instead of fighting with them. He never got the giveaways. And Hasbro claims that the person asking for his address was someone else in the company, unrelated to whoever was doing the investigation into these items appearing on his blog. They claim there was no connection, they didn't deceive him and ask for his address. If that's true, and that's entirely possible, they still have not apologized for trying to threaten him over posting pictures that he found through Google image search. So really at this point, Hasbro still not looking on the up and up, still not looking like good guys in this particular matter. But we will stay tuned to see if there are any more further developments. Alright, next up, DC Comics and Mattel. Now, Mattel, of course, had to cancel the Young Justice toys. They've had problems with some of their DC properties coming out. A lot of people had questions, asking, what is going on with DC and Mattel? Well, basically, Mattel released a statement that just says that they have some new DC Comics toys in the works. Basically, they are working on a new DC Superheroes and Villains Collector's line that will be in retail. They are still going to do the Club Infinite Earths for the collectors buying online at Maddie, so hopefully there will still be something there. And of course they have the Dark Knight Rises toy line that will be tying into the new movie. So Young Justice, of course, had to be canceled. The DC, I think they were calling it the All-Stars line, that was canceled, but they're planning on some different line coming to retail. No real information about what it is, but they hope to have it in retail by 2013. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens there. I'm wondering if this is going to mark the return of 3 3/4-inch figures like the not Infinite Earths, because that's their club. What was it? Infinite Heroes. That's what it was. Yes, thank you very much. Infinite Heroes. And it may be the return of that because they're smaller and cheaper, so they don't cost as much at retail, so perhaps they're thinking about putting something like that out. Who knows? Because they haven't really said, but that's what they're hoping to look forward to. Now, next up, we do have some information from Mattel about their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figures for 2012. First up, for Masters of the Universe, they have a character now called Vicron. Vicron is based on the original prototype character for He-Man. And this character is a barbarian. Looks a lot like the, if you've ever seen the prototype figure of the kind of yellow clay-looking one-piece barbarian guy that was originally supposed to be He-Man. They said they had some different ideas, having him be part vehicle tank, part flying ace character, and basically kind of like Centurions. That's kind of what the He-Man line was going to be more geared as. So now the exclusive, this will be a $30 figure from San Diego Comic-Con, also available at MattelCollector.com. It will have the Vicron character. You'll be able to pop off the head, pop on new heads, new gear, new accessories, and you're going to be able to convert him from the barbarian to the mech tank type character to the jetpack wearing Adam Strange looking superhero flying guy. So that looks to be interesting. Also, DC Universe Tiny Titans set, $20. I'll be buying one of these myself. This features characters from the Tiny Titans comic book. If you haven't been reading that, shame on you. You should track it down. Check it out. Robin, Raven, Starfire, Cyborg, and Beast Boy. Basically, after Teen Titans got canceled, and they ended the comic book line before they got into Young Justice, they started Tiny Titans, which is kind of a fun look at the DC Universe. It was kind of centered around the Titans, obviously, because it was called Tiny Titans. Very cartoony, very fun, all ages, which doesn't necessarily mean it's for children, but just it's all ages, which means children can read it and have fun, you can read it, and there's some things kind of appear on a different level for older readers. They just hit their 50th issue, so this is kind of a good deal for that. Next up, DC Comics Vertigo Death Statue. This is $25. I'm just looking here real quickly. It doesn't say how tall it is, but it comes on a skull base, and then there is the figure standing on top. 8 inches. There it is. 8-inch figure. And so those of you who are still living in the goth environment of 1992, well, then here you go. Something great for you. For Ghostbusters fans, we do have the Dana as Zool figure. This is a 6-inch figure, and it basically has 2 interchangeable lower bodies, so you can either have her standing in her golden dress, or it comes with the little pedestal, and you can put on the legs and have her laying back being seductive on there. Looks pretty hot. The Sigourney Weaver likeness isn't the best on that, but $25, so a pretty good buy there. Cars fans, they do have the 2012 Comic-Con Mater exclusive. Now, they don't really show anything except for this box right now, but they say that this is from the scene in Cars 2 where Mater goes into the bathroom. He has to work with the bidet. He's trying to figure out how the electronics work in the toilet. Says it'll be interactive and it'll be high-tech. It'll be unlike anything we've ever seen before in the Cars line. It will be $30, so it's going to have to be pretty special to get people to buy it. The value of the Cars line took a pretty serious hit when Cars 2 came. That movie went over like a lead balloon, and even my son gave up on Cars when the second movie came out because he hated it that much. Finally, we have the Polly Pocket DC Comics Villain set. This is $19.95, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, basically the Gotham City Sirens. And for everybody who's a big fan of them, these come in the Polly Pocket style figurines. It looks like they are posed, so you're not going to be able to articulate them in any way, but they're going to be that scale, and you're going to be able to put them with your other Polly Pocket figures, because I know you're collecting Polly Pockets and you have tons of those. Finally, they had some stuff in the works that they don't have prices for yet, and they don't have images for yet, but they went ahead and announced that they will have Hot Wheels Masters of the Universe Volkswagen drag bus, because when you think Masters of the Universe, you're thinking Volkswagen buses. It's just a natural combination of the two. They have Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine, which is probably not going to come with a Scooby-Doo. It's just the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, but they have it listed there. So anyway, Scooby-Doo's Mystery Machine, that'll be fun for all you Scooby fans out there. They are going to have the Hot Wheels Kit 2000 Knight Rider car. I'm assuming the original cool one from the 80s show, not the piece of garbage in that remake show from a couple years ago. And then finally, Monster High to be revealed. They're not going to say what it is yet, but they say it's something cool that they have in the works for Monster High fans. So Sweenholic, the one guy I know, the one guy, I'm using air quotes there, one guy who's into Monster High, there's something for you there. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the news desk. Don't forget, if you'd like to send me an email, you can do so, dirt@popculturenetwork.com. If you'd like to leave a voice message, you can do so on our 24-hour voicemail line. It's area code 217-953-4025. And don't forget to come by popculturenetwork.com, join the forums. You can join in all the great discussions, toys, comic books, pro wrestling, video games, TV shows, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. It's fantastic. Make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.